All right, Dana, let's check out your freestyle. Nice long arms, that's good. I think you're going in a little bit close to your head, especially with your right arm. We'll pull it back so you can see where that right arm is entering. All right, you can see here as your right arm comes around, it enters pretty close to your head. What you want to do is make sure you're extending above the water. And you can see too, as you extend underwater, you're crossing over a little bit, and that's going to affect your rotation. You're also crossing over with your left arm. You can see as it goes in, it goes right across your body. What you want to make sure that's happening is it's going in line with your shoulder and then extending out to the front. That's going to really help your rotation and help the length of your stroke. Head position looks pretty good. It might be just a little bit high. It's moving around a little bit, and I can't tell if that's just because you're coming into the wall. But you might want to lower that just a little bit. Make sure those eyes are looking straight down. We're going to switch over to the underwater camera because that gives us a little bit more insight into what's going on. Nice streamline. Keep those arms nice and still as you're doing those dolphin kicks. You can see your arms are moving a lot there. Let's see, we'll go forward. You can see there's a lot of movement in your arms. You want to keep those arms nice and still. You notice on your breakout, you're taking that first stroke and you're really far underwater. What you want to do is time that so that as you take your first stroke, you're breaking through the surface of the water. The other thing I want you to look at is your head position. As you take that first stroke, you start to lift your head forwards, and you're not holding that streamline. Even as you're taking that first stroke, you want to be holding that position and streamline. You can see here they have just entered the water, but they're going to hold that streamline, and as the first stroke is taken, drop down the left hand and that right arm is going to stay out and nice in front. What you want to make sure you're doing is really powering through that first stroke so you maintain all the good work you did off the walls in terms of your speed. Yeah, and you can see your head is just a little bit high. Your eyes are looking a little bit too far forward here. And what you want to do is just tuck that chin a little bit. It's going to help eliminate this bow in your back, and it's going to bring your hips up to the surface. Drop those eyes right down and try and get your entire body in a straight line right along the surface. You can see that you're just a little bit arched through the back and not quite as straight along the surface of the water. That's a pretty easy fix, and if you think about it, it should make the stroke a lot easier and give you a lot more power through your stroke. Looks like you're pretty straight with your arms underwater. You really want to focus in on that high elbow catch and make sure that you're dropping those fingertips down towards the bottom of the pool while keeping that elbow up nice and high out in front. You can see here you start to drop your elbow before your fingertips have dropped. What you want to make sure you're doing is having your elbow up nice and high and the fingertips drop down towards the bottom. So instead of having almost a straight arm triangle, what you want to do is have a nice big circle under your armpit. That's going to allow you to hold more water, and as you get stronger, it's really going to increase the power in your stroke. You can see that you're doing the same thing over here on your left arm. It goes in, extends, and then stays pretty straight. You can see here the elbows drop down and the fingertips are out in front. You always want to try and have everything from your elbow to your fingertips working as a paddle, and the movement's going to be first from the fingertips and not from the elbow. Especially as you grow a little bit older and get a little bit stronger, you're going to see that making a big difference in your stroke. Kick looks awesome. I love that steady kick all the way through. That looks really, really nice. So I think if you can just change your head position and really work on that high elbow catch, you're going to see a lot of improvement.